I was horrible.
Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you.
You can't catch me, I'm slippery. Get out of the way! All I had for breakfast was 1 ounce and 15 cocks. We saw more planes. And more planes. And more planes. Trouble was, my penis was stuck to the wall bars. I want to masturbate. So he goes, well, he can't now. Shit, fuck. Lemonade boy. No. There's one thing I love. It's a faggot. I love the feel of my dick on the tight skin. Then I make my teeth cut into the penis so the juice jumps into my mouth. The coolness and the wetness. Sometimes my mum and dad used to cut my dick off. This meant that my brother had to go to bed and fuck tails. There he is, sitting there, sucking dick and eating shit. First of all, he tries, I'm not gay. I think I'll make him gay. I put my dick into tails behind. I got to the trifles. Then suddenly one day, our teacher, Miss Goodall, said, an inspector coming in my class. She said he wasn't going to inspect us. He was going to inspect her ass. He was going to inspect dairy. He was going to inspect paper doll man.
The infamous paper doll man.
Joanna had eaten all her sandwiches. Lloyd sat on your floor, and yes, it melted.
It's been a hard day's night.
And then you wondered why you shat on Lloyd. Joanna had already shat on Lloyd's once. When I got up this morning, I had a butt sex. But then I remembered David's little gang, who decided they wouldn't wait for me to bang your ass. And before we all knew it, David and his little gang died. And that story was called Ducks. I'll see you soon for another story. Good night. Put notices all round the street saying that he was going to put on show a terrifying creature called the Gingers. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's gingers. We had a teacher who was so strict. She used to stand out the front going, no gingers. There was a ginger who turned up round our way once. Here's me. I noticed the teacher. She was watching the gingers. She looked like she had never seen anything quite so horrible. The new teacher said, how come you're here? So he didn't know what to say. And there was a whiny kid going, meh, come on down, kill gingers. And she'd say, fair enough. And then he started crying. Yeah, do you know, at the end of the day, you'd be stepping over gingers just to get out the room. Oh no, there's Melanie. Hard luck. George said sometimes gingers don't shave. So everyone said, shh. And George said, I was only saying. And I said, we know that, you fool. It was then I noticed, and none of us has ever seen a ginger. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's gingers. The Michael Rosen rap. You may think I'm happy, you may think I'm happy, you may think I'm happy, you may think I'm sad, you may think I'm a rapist, but hang on to your seats and listen right here. I watched porn on the 7th of May. I remember very well that happy day I was in my mum. She was so tight I couldn't breathe. Then I hear some people give a shit. One push Mrs. Rosen and he'll be out. Telling you that was a puzzle to me. I shouted out, how'd you know I'm a doctor? I popped up my dick, said, now watch me walk. When I was 1, I swam the English Babysitter. When I was 2, I ate a bag of plums. When I was 3, I started getting fed. When I was 4, I ate the dog's dick. When I was 5, I was in a band playing plums. When I was 6, I ate a bag of drums. When I was 7, I robbed a sister with my sister. When I was 8, I came in my Prime Minister. Hot babysitter. We sit down to eat with my babysitter. And the babysitter's hot. Nice. And there's my brother, he's doing my mum into the mouth. Nice. Presents. I gave my mum and dad all kinds of presents. So I used to go round the shops for hours looking at key rings. Once I thought gingers made a breakthrough, and there they were. 2 gingers. They were both made of glass, except for the glass. One was a milk and it had a bright green plastic top, and there was a little lever on it, and when you pulled the lever, a little door slid open and you poured your cum out through the little door. The other jug had a bright green plastic top as well, but this one was a kind of fun enough. Tea time. It's tea time, and we're sitting at the table, and my dad wants butter for his car. Oh, could you get me the butter, he says. I get the butter, and I sit down again. Then he wants a teaspoon for his tea. Oh, could you get me a tea, he says. Google. There was a man who turned up round our way once, put up a tent in the park, he did, put notices all round the street saying, "Quick, get out of here. Michael Rosen has escaped." We all got up and ran out the door and got away as fast as we could. Ow, 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 ow. My dad wants butter for his butter. Tidy your tide dish. Masturbation. Michael Rosen wants his babysitter. Great big ass into the mouth. Nice. The hypnotizer. Once a boy called Prime Minister came to school and said, "I can hit people." So he said, yeah, I bet you can't. So he said, "Okay, plate." So plate. We all went on to the plate and he said, "Right, who wants to go?" So I said, "Yeah, me." So this prick made me lie down on the ground on my back, and he took his cock out of his pocket and he put it very carefully between Michael Rosen's arse, and he starts up talking in this spooky voice. And it went on for ages. And we were all crowding round, dead quiet, watching Trevor suck my cock. Suddenly, Trevor goes and stands up. He just stands up. You were asleep, weren't you, Trevor? Hey, yeah. Hannah. Hand on the bridge, feel the rhythm of the train. Hand on the window, feel the rhythm of the rain. Hand on your throat, feel the rhythm of your talk. Hand on your leg, feel the rhythm of your walk. Hand in the sea, feel the rhythm of the tide. Hand on your heart, feel the rhythm inside. Hand on the rhythm, feel the rhythm of the rhyme. Hand on your life, feel the rhythm of time. Hand on your life, feel the rhythm of time. Hand on your life, feel the rhythm of time. When a man shaved pirate's butt, this is how they did it. Yo ho ho and a bottle of thick cooking oil. Or how I learnt to love Haribo's hot mother. When I get in, if there's one thing I love, it's a beer. I love the feel of my tongue on the tight baby arse, and I make my teeth cut into the membered flesh so the cum jumps into my mouth. So now I put a few hamsters under my tongue in a lovely wet toenail. I'm drilling for oil, yeah. This is really nice. Flannel. When we had Mum's brains. You know what this could do with? Few of those little tiny cold Haribo nuts. All I know, no one sucked baby pee like my pampered
Pampers Cruisers with
a bag of plums. My brother once told me that Mum and Dad have got a blade of a knife in your skull. They said, my dad would say, what did I say? I'll stuff chocolate cake in my butt. And I slipped chocolate cake in my arsehole. it isn't fair on a kid if both parents have a shit at the same time. She's telling me off for not cleaning my dick. When Mum goes out of the room, he bursts out with, and Dad says, my gayness isn't just inside. He's got a secret weapon ready. It's his big bad gun. He's loaded it. Ow! I am dead. Conversations with Michael Rosen. Do you want an apple? Die. What do you want then? Horrible. Thick cooking oil. My hands aren't in Haribo's. Big wet. But I've got a headache in my armpits. I've got a tummy ache in my toenail. My brother's on your mother because he's supposed to finish his beer before he has his car trip. Right, you two. I'm going mad. I give you one more chance to beat me off. And if he looked really close, you might see a little tiny dick just at the corner of my mouth. Frarf! Who ever heard of cooking with a goldfish? I gave my mum and dad rubber lids that go. Everyone else who goes to Hollywood goes with a proper 2-year-old. It's typical of your father. He gets a new pickle. But I'm cooking with a skyfugel. I've sat there for hours and hours trying to fry Melanie. They sit there every night with their dead baby, having a nice time. When you're born, your folks think you're one of those little chocolate Swiss rolls. You get back from Holland. You walk into the sofa. Ow! I wonder who put that there. Whenever my mother left the house, she'd say, where's my knife? I'm going to keel over and die. My penis. It's all slimy. Whenever I had wrinkles in my car, my mother would say, take the butt plug out of your ass. Whenever we sang in school, get off my ass, you wee bitty fuck. Whenever our history teacher lost her temper, she'd say, after I fuck her, she'll get up and sing. Why did we have to do the 2-year-old? When I'm sheet in bed, I chew Solomon the cat. I fart, I'm sorry, Mum. And this goes on and on for 24 hours. My tiny asshole, it gets crisp and dry. I think this is something to do with the hot goldfish pizza. Let's have your mother's liver. Then he fries my brother's till they're crisp. It tastes fantastic. Then he beats up 3 chickens. Conversations with Michael Rosen, Part 2. Oh, you know, something, stuff, Hina schmaltz. Chocolate egg on toast, I think. Brilliant. Don't put confetti up your cat behind. Be rude at school. Squash your baby on the floor. One of those little chocolate Swiss rolls. I say to my 4-year-old daughter, don't tell your mother. Let's have chocolate cake for a short time only. I got it in specially for you. You said you liked it. They said Michael Rosen goes from house to house asking for some chocolate cake. Take the bagels out of the bagels. Don't tell a poor... Oi, cut that out. See this con? See this con? Quite often, we used to jizz on the cat. And it squished all over the cat, all over the table, all over your breast, all over Michael Rosen. What am I going to do? My mum and dad said, right, you can wash it up. Wash it up. We used to have steak mustang over for our Sunday dinner in the middle of the night. I woke up and I thought, late in the cupboard, late in the cupboard, late in the cupboard, late in the cupboard, in the cupboard, in the cupboard, the Michael Rosen way. plums, 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 school, prison, school, prison, school, prison, school, I ate the dog's dinner. When I was 5, I was in a band playing. My brother shows me a tiny car, and the house is quiet. I've got a secret weapon, Luigi. Now he's got his back to me, so if I take a slimy crab in his orange juice, it's filling up with dirty sphincter water. In it. I ate my hamster. You two poopers can't be trusted to do anything nice. If I had the time, I'd try and sue the pants off them. What I don't know is that he's got jizz on the kitchen door handle. Now, would you believe it, the things people do? Right, that's it, I say. I've had enough. And I go upstairs and I get his old cape. Yeah? One of those capes that you can wear when you fly. Click cake. And now I got the taste of it in my mouth and I can't stop myself, so I go. I can't stop myself. Presents. I gave my mum and dad razors, key rings, glass brushes and toenails for Christmas. They were very pleased. And for a week or so after Christmas, my mum's jug things were always on the table. If anyone wanted any milk, I'd say, "Can I do it for you? Do you want milk in your tea? Let me do it." And I rushed to pick up the jug, press it, and the milk poured out of the nibble. Nice. There's my mum, she's below. Ding! My dad. I think you know what I mean. There was a man who turned up round our way once, put up a park in the tent he did, put streets all round the notice saying that he was going to put on show a terrifying creature called the hamster. My dad calls me. When I come in from playing with my face a bit fucked up, he calls me dopey dog shit. When we were in this cafe on holiday, I laughed and coughed blood all over the floor. My dad called me Gary motherfucking Oak. Hard luck, man. Always knew you were a bit weak. Cold, warm, and hot jizz. One year, Mum made pickled cake. And the house smelt of vinegar and peppercorns all the way from the front door to Acne Dan's. Whoever came in my mum's mouth went away with a jar of pickled cake. Even the man who read the gas meter. Till it's cool. Just cool. And into the mouth. Nice. Double treat. A woman called May used to look after my dad when my mum was away. When she came over, they played games. My dad's favourite was Suck My Fat Banana. This is how they played. And then suddenly, the front door opens. "Hello!" my mum calls out. Meanwhile, my dad's still getting head, and that's where my dad gets into really big trouble. Mum says, "Right, you useless whore, get out of my house." May shouted out, "How'd you know I'm a prostitute?" And my mum screamed, "Get out of here!" May dashed out faster than an electronic raisin. Mum says, never let me see you doing May again. And my dad says, sorry dear, yeah, sorry. Can I diddle Miss Goodall? Mum said, no, diddle any other girls. Can I diddle George? And my mum was trying very hard not to look excited. She said, I think that's really hot. But no, you can't. Not long after, a few days later, Mum tries to be exciting in bed. Mum said, do you want to fuck my snatch? No. Do you want to fuck my mouth? No. What do you want then? I want to do it in the butt. Mum shouted out, no fucking way, you two kids slimy prick. But my dad goes on for ages. In the butt, in the butt, in the big butt. My mum said, that's enough. I'm not going to let you do my butt. My dad starts to sulk. I've got to do it. Mum was absolutely furious. She said, I'm very sorry, but if I hear about your dick, my butt, or your dick in my butt, if I hear about any of it once more, I shall cut your fucking dick off and give it to the dog. Do you understand? My dad says, what do you want? Says, Mum. My dad said, I want to shove it really hard into your huge fat butt and stick a little paper umbrella in your snatch. And that's where my dad's penis became the dog's dinner. Deep down inside my ass, there's a hamster. The hamster is so sad. Such a sad, sad hamster. And all of me is made of glass. My dad calls me the project. Hamster dicks. Tinned penis. So I tossed a lot. Whoa! The Michael Rosen rap. My name's Michael Rosen and I'm getting more of the rich as hip hop is how I get my rich as a Hollywood life is hot for you. My rapper is your ear too hot for you. You got a telly now? What programme shall I put on the telly? I know. Up and down. That programme's called The Michael Rosen. The hit. Once a boy called Bob came to school and said, who wants to go? So Trevor said, yeah, me. So this boy made Trevor lie down on the ground on his back and he took these really long schlongs out of his fly. Trevor looked awful. The schlong starts roaring. Fuck, says Trevor. Meanwhile, Haribo was giggling. Is it working, we said. He's not taking any notice of us. He's talking to himself in his spooky voice. And all the time, his electronic penis is rattling away like mad. Suddenly, Super Chops got bored. The royal class I want please. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I really. Joe Hours, peach syrup, peach syrup.
What a drink!
In goes a bit of tomato. Oh. One more time. Why? Laura laughs if she sees a sex joke.
I don't think it's funny.
What do you want? Oh no! I like it when you hold your hands under my ass and all the syrup comes out into your face. Whoosh! Michael Rosen is in the English equivalent of Bill Cosby. Once my friend Haribo came to school. Hello! As you know, everyone is going to die. But If you want to survive, hang on to your seats and listen right here. I'm going to tell you something that'll burn your plums. But if you want to die, fuck off and go die in a hole, bitch. Right, now here's some shit I suggest. 1, say things that don't make sense. That way you can become magic. And shoot laces out of your ass. You may think I'm a bit fucked up, but that's true. 2, just try creating a giant bomb and sticking it up someone's backside.
Why?
I think it's funny. 3, cut your balls off and stuff them into a blender and wait. That was a mistake. Get out! Fiddle, riddle, diddle, diddle, fiddle, riddle, diddle, diddle. Ah! 4, put your thumb in the air, your thumb over there. Look for your other thumb. You'll probably find it in your arse. Put that thumb on the end of your thumb. Put that thumb on the end of your thumb. You've got a rick roll now. Thumb section. 5, eat a bag of magic plums. That way you never die. 6, use the last of the tankies to survive. 7, become the fiercest Viking in the world. Become a fucking animal and murder using an electronic toenail. 8, tidy your room with a rolled up goldfish. You press the fish, the goldfish starts roaring and becomes a terrifying creature with blades to fight for you. 9, read poems at the end of the world. That is, just before a meteor slams into your face. 10, play just in shitty music. That way no one will come to our world. No aliens, no killer babies, no killer rabbits, no crazy Father Christmas, no murderers, hamburgers. Wonderful. But perhaps they will blow up the world like mad. Suddenly, I hear a funny voice going,
Die.
look out the window. There's a demon. Well, actually, hundreds and hundreds of them. Oh no! And that's when we get into really big trouble. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. CaptainPlums. My dad says after the war was over, everyone came in. My mum, would you believe it, the little pig? And the snatch is jammed. I'll have to break it down. God, when I get inside. Oh, canals.
He's clearly a very disturbed man. The fact that he has written books and they've been taken seriously is frightening.
The books and their author have a common cause. Ever since he left prison,
Michael Rosen
has dedicated his life to overturning child sex laws, which protect the innocent.
He shouldn't even be allowed to live or even be, because it's incredibly distressing. And you can see by the video footage that he actually took pleasure in...
Stop right there. That was 40 years ago. Now they're trying to stop me. Ha! You can't catch me. I'm Michael Rosen.
Tiptoe through the window. By the window, that's where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the
Tulips.
with me.
After the murder of the inspector was over, everyone came home to sort things out. There weren't going to be any more rats in the fridge. There weren't going to be any more inspector pies. There weren't going to be any more people moaning about the Michael Rosen Plum Cafe because of what happened last time. Miss Goodall was delighted. I was delighted. The inspector was dead. And Mervyn was dead. Fantastic. fantastic. And everything was lovely until I heard the front door open. David and his little gang sit down to eat. Oh no, not one of those, not another one of those little chocolate gangs. Surely not. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's fingers. And that includes you, David Alexander. Yes, you. No need to turn around, David. There aren't any other David Alexanders here, are there? Right, what do you want? And he said, I want some preposterous plums and a drink. Then I said, we don't have drinks. No, we don't. No, we don't. No. Why? Waste of money. I want a drink. I want a drink. Drink. And I said, no drinking. Shut your fucking face, you fool. I want a drink. I want a drink. If I hear about any of it once more, I shall give you Haribo's granddad. Never let me see you doing that again, you gobhound. Dave said, sorry, Michael. Yeah, sorry. George said, sometimes my dad doesn't shave and his face is all prickly. And I said, yes, we know your dad's a prick, but what's it got to do with the food? Precisely nothing. And George said, okay, don't worry about it. I'll have a drink. Right, you two, any more, anything out. No plums, nothing. Everyone in the cafe looked round. We don't have drinks at the Michael Rosen Plum Cafe. Perhaps, I thought, when I got up this morning, I won't have to tell David's little gang about Haribo's granddad again. But you never listened, so let's remind ourselves of a few things, shall we? The food, even as I speak. Would you believe it? I can see that Fan has opened her can of drink. I don't believe it. I really don't. Right. If you two don't stop it, I'm going to put you out the window and leave you by the side of the road. Rog said, she said, I said he lied. But I said, she said he lied. When you said, she said, I said he said, she said, you said, she said, I said he lied. He said, he didn't lie. Correct. It was then I noticed David and his little gang were rolling up little bits of weed and snorting lines like mad. And there's my brother, he's doing the same. There's my mum, she's doing the same. But my dad, what does he do? He stuffs a great big chunk of weed into his mouth and puffs on it once, and then that really does it. Right, I'm stopping this shit. Get out! Get out of here! Yes, you as well, Abdul. You're in David's little gang as well, aren't you? Out. They all got up and ran out the door and got away as fast as they could. Meanwhile, I've got big bother. They're going to come back and find me here. Oh no! Later that day, there was an awful yelling and crying. There was the noise of bombs. It was David and his little gang of fingers again. And I ran and jumped over kids just to get out the room. I try, and I get that key to work. Fiddle, riddle, diddle, diddle, fiddle, riddle, diddle, diddle, for fuck's sake. And then David's little gang dropped more bombs. And more bombs. And more bombs on the Michael Rosen Plum Cafe. And bursted, made a great big hole in the wall. And yes, it melted. Yes. So remember, never let fingers in your cafe. Okay, we got the